Hello YouTube, I'm Phillip, this is Adam.
Hi YouTubes!
Today we are covering some of our old videos on Adam's channel. We're going to be doing some commentary to some of our biggest hits. Today's video is Evil Clown.
What better place to start?
Yeah.
Evil Clown 1, to be specific.
I think that's one of our top videos still, right, on your channel?
Yes.
Is it the biggest video or is it one of them?
It is one of them.
One of them, yeah. And it's mainly because of Beck's wonderful performance as Evil Clown. She really stole the show, so much so that we had to make 2 more videos after it.
Working on the 4th one right now.
Coming up soon, guys.
And Dan's great performance as Melvin, because I think
That's
it's
very
the
true.
very first time Melvin appeared. The whole idea behind these is we're trying to make horror comedies, because I'm a big fan of Sam Raimi's Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and I really like specifically the 80s horror movies where they were more for like almost like exploitation films, but maybe not as bad as a lot of exploitation films were. But it's like the Friday the 13th series, where if you watch the first one now, I think a lot of it holds up. They have a lot of campy stuff, but then it gets progressively more silly. And then later on in like Jason Part 5, there's like a chick with telekinesis, and then it gets into just crazy stuff after that, till they finally end up in like Jason versus Freddy and then Jason in space. So that's kind of what we were going for. We want to make stuff that was funny, not really trying to be too seriously scary or without satire, you know? So even though there's blood, it's meant to be like, oh, it's cheesy. It's not supposed to actually scare people. Although people commented, they asked if we really died making this, and yeah, we did. We really died.
But we had to come back
to do
after every video.
It's tough. It's a strain. Yeah. The strain is tough.
It's very tough because we had to get the what's the book from?
We had to get the Necronomicon.
It's been at least 2 years, I want to say, since I've seen Evil Clown.
I watched him before we filmed all the Evil Clowns, and we've shot 2 days in Evil Clown 4, and I haven't watched him yet, so it's been probably a year for me. This video contains... Oh.
Too late. Oh, God.
This is actually, I think, the second day. So we filmed all the bathroom stuff on the first day.
Hey, you and Mike?
Oh, God.
And no joke, we love playing the 80s gang with bandanas and just picking on Daniel.
I did have 7, but my allowance is only $7, so
I'm seriously remembering like this whole scene.
Well, I mean,
oh God, look how young Vic was.
Look how young Dan was.
It's because Vic doesn't have the facial hair.
You know, so I need my yummies, so that's always a good thing.
Give us what you do have.
That's right, I was like your second in charge, huh?
So usually if I write a script, I always try to leave room for improv. If there is no script, then there is a general idea, and then we all basically write the dialogue. So I find that things come out much better when it's very collaborative and we're like doing the dialogue together. But there has to be a general direction that we're going in. And then I just refine it in the edit.
Now this is back in the days when we used a lot more of the gore effects. So
before YouTube started shutting us down.
You look at that, yeah, before Adpocalypse and things were much different. So it's like every video we stepped it up, and you can watch some of our videos,
pause it right there.
Like some of the gore kind of progressed in some of our videos, huh? Where we
to the point where we got. I'll tell you a story on the Psycho Clown commentary where I basically hit rock bottom or the peak of what we could do. But the blood, the way you do it, it's real simple. When you are making the video, you have to know where your edits are. So on Phil's specific videos on his channel, here he edits and then I edit on mine, and you kind of learn how to direct through the process of like, okay, I'm going to be the editor. So Dan has nothing in his mouth until we know we're going to punch him, and then we have him put blood in his mouth and just shake his head and the blood comes out. So it's a very, very low budget, easy effect, and just a cool way to do it, but it tastes horrible.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, Becca absolutely hates it when I ask her to wear these outfits and things like that. You have to understand that Becca is a highly intelligent, incredibly grounded and dignified person. I try to tell her that this is not her being her, this is her being a character.
And it helps that in a few seconds she's going to turn into an evil
Right.
demon creature and
Just like
kill us all.
Phil and I are not really these 80s gang bullies picking on people.
He is.
No.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
I love it.
But
You're even
Becca
wearing...
hates wearing those dresses. But she loves being the evil clown.
Yeah, well, characters like that, like Evil Clown or My Demon Clown, any of the characters where you really have to get out of your... You have to step out of your shell and you can't be yourself. You have to be someone completely different. After a little while... after a little while of these characters, you get into this mindset where you just really let yourself go. And I think that's why Beck liked Evil Clown so much, and that's why I actually liked my Demon Clown character. Because after a while, it's like you really let yourself go. You can be as crazy as you want.
Let me have you finish your thought without the urine sound going.
I even forgot about that scene.
But you can be as crazy as you want, and
But
I think
that's
it's the most fun.
Yeah, it's you let your inhibitions go, and you really get into these characters where sometimes you imagine that some of this has to be embarrassing, and we do plenty of embarrassing stuff. Where in the moment we're kind of like, oh, geez, why are we doing this? But when you're in those kind of characters, after like a couple minutes in, you completely lose that mentality and you just let go and you just like go nuts.
It's much easier to lose yourself when you're a character that's like an evil or demon clown than if you were like dressed in a prostitute's outfit, as Becca would call that dress.
Is that what she calls it?
Very much so.
I forgot about your urine scene. No, wait, can we back it up? Go back to...
Well, you want to watch me pee again,
No,
Phil?
no, I forgot about this though. Look at that camera angle. Because I had to get
he
in
was
there,
the cameraman.
didn't I?
Yeah, so
I
this was
the
day
cameraman
one
for this.
This
And
was day one on
was-
Evil Clown.
He wasn't actually peeing, thank God.
Phil is cameraman while I'm sitting on the toilet and everything. That's where we really became brothers.
That's it, man. I just love how you're actually wearing the Army of Darkness shirt for this one.
Well, and I wanted to,
You wanted
give
to
shout
pay
outs,
homage,
Yeah. I wear an Evil Dead shirt,
Oh
part
God,
2.
I love this scene. Oh my God.
My favorite thing is how he has to pee one way and then he has to go in there to take a dump. He's like,
Someone's in here.
it's just like so inefficient.
What's up, bro?
Oh
Hey, guys,
yes.
What you gotta do? Knocking on the door like my mom's, man.
I agree.
And some privacy.
Beck's hanging on the door.
I love it. The simple camera tricks, man.
You never have to really give Beck direction as Evil Clown.
No.
You just have to tell her the blocking, like you're gonna run through here or you're gonna grab this person. She does all the performance on her own. Beck is literally sitting on my lap and I'm holding the camera, and then in the reverse angle where you see my face, Phil's there with the camera.
His reaction.
Oh man.
Just leave me alone.
No, I can't do that. I'm sorry.
She brought so much to it. She brought everything to
All
it.
the time.
What do you want?
I forgot about those
Just-
gloves. I don't know what happened to those Evil Clown gloves.
God.
I don't exactly know what that is. Is her kiss making me bleed? Is she spitting blood in my mouth?
That's what I never got.
Oh my God.
It's like, these guys are so stupid. And then that was Dan's idea.
Was that his?
That was
That
Dan's
was his
idea.
idea?
He's like, I should come around the corner.
Are you having as much fun as I am?
Oh man.
You should change
This was a great angle. This was the thumbnail, Phil. That was all your angle.
I brought you a present.
I learned this. I took a media studies course back at the JC one year, and we learned a lot about cinematography, and we talked about like different themes in films and stuff. And so that was why I got the idea in this film when I was using a lot of those angled shots that you see. That was one of the things that we learned was, in a lot of the horror films, you always get these angular shots because they give a sense of unease.
Yeah.
Or something's off balance. So I think we made this, I think this had to have been within the year that I had that class, honestly, so it was still fresh in my mind, and that's why I had that idea, because I remember consciously doing that
was
turning
cool.
the camera at an angle, and it wasn't something that you told me, it was something that I kind of knew to do.
No, you're also a very good cinematographer. Where I have a difficult time is I'm trying to tell them what we need to make the scene work. It's like we need to see the characters together, or we need to see a close-up, or we got to get their footage, so they're talking. But they have, what I mean by they is Phill and Beck honestly have a very good eye. So it's a matter of, I have to try to make sure we have the pieces to make it work, and then I try to give them an idea of like, okay, we'll get a wide shot or from the middle up. I usually mess them up more often than I help, especially poor Beck. If I just let them do their camera work, they get great stuff. So I'm actually sitting on the toilet here, and that's a fake head. And this was Beck's improv too. She was actually just doing that while we were trying to figure out where we were going next. And I said, do it again, I'll film it. That took forever. That's a fake head and shoulders that I had to pick my t-shirt up in. My real head is under it, and Phill had to constantly angle me while my pants are down just to get that severed head shot. And
I forgot, that did take us a long time.
These are filmed on 2 separate days. So everything with Beck is filmed on the first day, and everything with Ali, Vic, and Phill are the second day. And the reason you know it's the first day is because the second day I wasn't in costume, and you could see my face there, and we put a prosthetic just to kind of sell that it was my head. And now we're fully into day 2. What the frick? And What the Frick was recorded in Phil's house because I didn't have a clean audio, so he had to take his phone. It was like 3 in the morning. It's like, Phill, say what the frick into your phone and send it to me. It's like, what the frick? What the frick?
Hey dude, send me this line real fast. And I'm just like, oh my god, okay.
Allie's screaming. We got in trouble. Allie was screaming so loud.
Did we get in trouble?
Yeah, the next door neighbor in our gym, this is where we're filming this, came over and yelled at us.
Oh yes.
That's all just done in the edit. She literally...
I love... We have to back that up. Any of these shots, like the head twisting, all these like crazy effects that you see, most of them, there's like no added effects. It's all just the camera work. It's all the editing done in the post-production.
This was really before
does.
we had somebody to do effects.
Yeah. So like some of our videos now, you see like all the gunshots and explosions. That we actually have friends who help us with these special effects in the post-production. But back in the day, like all these effects that you see that we would do, we'd have to get really creative. So it just goes to show you, like, you really don't need like high budget, crazy special effects added in for a lot of stuff. Some of the coolest shots that you can get, like the head twisting, because I always love this one. You did such a good job with that.
Thanks.
Some of the greatest effects are the simplest shots to get. It's just you have to really get creative.
It's Becca's dad like that one. Carl, who's Becca's dad, he's like, I don't know how you did that. That was great. This is the best.
Is this Victor's first video with us?
Okay, this is Victor's very first video.
It is. Now, in this scene, I remember I remember it so well. Adam's behind the camera, and he tells Victor, okay, you're gonna scream, okay? Just like wait a second and scream. And how Vic delivered this scream was just like the funniest thing, and it's now become a running joke for all of us. And we
It's like this-
absolutely love it. He's like become a legend for this one clip here.
It's like this pause that seems like, it's like a weird pause, like, shouldn't he have screamed yet? And then there it is.
the facial gestures. It's like he doesn't project. It's just so funny.
All right, here comes the killer uppercut. Oh! Now here's my Evil Dead 2 homage.
Oh god, that eye. Okay, now there's another effect. There's another crazy special effect. Like that's another one that you might overlook. Beck threw the eyeball into Allie's mouth. To get that shot, we didn't actually throw it in Allie's mouth. What we did is we attached a string, fishing line, to the other end of the eyeball. We put the eye in Allie's mouth, and then we pulled it out really quick. And then Adam in the post-production reversed the shot to make it look like it was entering her mouth.
So Allie has it in her mouth already, and she like leans back, opens her mouth, and then Phill rips it out of her mouth on the fishing line.
Yeah.
And when it goes out, she just goes, ah, and then you reverse it. It's like, oh. So it's a reverse shot.
And it was...
it's a Sam Raimi gag.
Yeah, and I think with shots like that, the funny thing is, like, it seemed really simple when you were explaining it to us, But it took us a couple shots to get it down because
I was afraid you were going to
Allie-
rip her teeth out, dude.
Oh.
You did great with it.
Yeah, well, just Allie's delivery, though, I think that was the toughest part of it, was for her to be able to reverse every action.
She'd act
and
in
to be
reverse.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's not as simple as just letting it fall out of her mouth. She actually has to, do like what you said, have her head tilted down and then up and then out.
Allie's a good actress, though.
No, she did an awesome job, but that's just one of those kind of deceptive things, one of those tricks that worked out really well, but I think it was kind of a tough shot to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone did well, though, on it. These two are wearing my jackets. Both of them are wearing my jackets. And Victor's wearing Wolverine's jacket.
Oh, I think Victor has one of my favorite deaths.
Beck just being creepy as can be.
We have to rush her.
And then, dropped, thrown into the wall. Come on, let's rush her.
Oh, that's right, the arm.
Like this, you're dragging her. Allie's game for all that stuff too.
Oh, here we go. My favorite death.
I just felt like it fit. I don't understand it. Like he would just stop and be like, all right, glasses on, let's rock. But I like this gag too. I like the funny deaths. I was trying to be like Friday the 13th where they have like unique and sometimes funny deaths. Like this idiot, not that Victor's an idiot in real life, his character can't get out of this blood from the hand. He's just like, I can't run. And then he's chopped up. That's pretty savage, dude.
That was.
This I like too. One shot. Beck was hauling ass after you guys too. Look at that. Melvin's still around.
Slow motion.
And this is lit with my car headlights.
That's right.
Literally pull your car up as close as you
Yeah.
can and turn your brights on.
Because this has got to be like 9 or 10 p.m. or something like that.
This is a park,
light.
obviously.
Oh God. Yeah. Now this was fun to film. Because I was scared that someone was going to call the cops. I mean,
Yeah.
we've got residential homes right next to this park as we're filming it. And this is late at night. We're screaming. We're
That's
yelling.
great acting, Phil. Great acting.
Which part?
You, the whole thing.
Getting my butt kicked?
I like these two, when she's punching Becca with her stub.
With the
It's like, that's what I would do. Watch out, Allie! Oh, that's good stuff. You guys really performed awesome. This is before everyone was crushed by so many videos in their soul, and we still had energy.
Oh, that's right. My crying scene. I think we just poured water on me.
This is
Yeah.
Becca's improv too, where she tastes your tears.
That's what I like.
That's all just improv. It's cool stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Halloween store guts. And then this here is the famous scare, which we've repeated in just about every single horror comedy, because it went so well. I always hated those maze scares, and I just thought, let's do one at the end of the video. So literally the way you do it is you pause, and then you have Becca move and cut out the dead space between. And that is Evil Clown 1.
Wow. I had a lot of fun watching this again, Adam.
It's good, huh? Should do Evil Clown Marathon at our Halloween party.
Seriously.
I think this was one of the first ones filmed with the new camera. We finally got a Canon
right.
EOS. All right, let's
Yeah.
watch part 2. Thanks for watching.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked hearing all the behind the scenes stuff. God, I had a lot of fun watching that. That was